Hello everybody. This video is going to show you how to get to the evaporator and expansion valve on a probably 98 through 2002 Toyota Corolla. So we'll start out here underneath the hood. Right here is the cruise control box. You'll see a wiring harness plugged into it. You'll have to take that off. And then behind there is where the wiring harness is clipped to it. Take that off and just lay it over here in the corner. And in that box, I actually take and I just flip over backwards to the other side of the car so it's out of my way. And the tubes we want are down below it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so on this part, I want to show you how the lines hook up and disconnect from the evaporator. So as you can see, this line right here has new O-rings on it, and I'm putting it back in there. Hopefully it goes right in. Now, you're going to see these clamps right here. What has to happen is you have to stick something in this hole and this hole. And so like I took a paper clip, ground off the ends of it to where it was like more fine, and I just shoved it far down at each hole, and then it unclamped right away. So that's all it is that holds this on. I did pay attention to how the clamps were positioned on there. So I would make sure you do that, because I don't know if it makes a difference, but I wasn't willing to take the chance because they are on there backwards, like to each other. So, all right, hope that helps. And then it's together. All right, so this video is going to show us how to remove the glove box in order to get back into the evaporator and pull it out. So I'm going to show you a couple things here. This plastic shield right here in the back, that little nut just screws off by hand, and then you'll have to unsnap this, pulling it up. It'll unsnap. There's a snap right here and a snap right here, and then after that the thing will come up out of there. There is a 10mm bolt behind it, a 10mm bolt right there, and then up in here, screw, a Phillips screw, and a Phillips screw. And after that, it'll come right down out of there, and you'll have access to that black box and the wires you can see right behind it. All right, during this section, I'm going to show you the different bolts and nuts. So I'm going to start up top, and you'll see there'll be two nuts on those studs. And given where they are, the best way to take them loose is with a wrench, quarter turn by quarter turn. You got to make sure this piece comes out, and it'll just slide right back up in there when you're done. I'll show you in a minute the wiring harnesses. But for now, we'll move on down here. First we have one right here. And then we have a screw or bolt right there. Can't forget about this one. There's a nut right here. And then that one stays in. But this one right here comes out, and that should allow you to pull everything out. So this is what it looks like without the wiring harnesses. I can go ahead and buckle some up in here. This one here is kind of funky, but I'll try to get my hand out of the way here. These two go together. Well, we'll just put this up in here first. And this just goes right up in here. So that's pretty much what it looks like when you pull the glove box out. Now, one thing I do want to make a note of, I haven't put back up there yet, but once you get the glove box out, there is a bar that goes over here, and it goes in somewhat like that. So you'll see it, well, maybe it goes like this. Yeah, hangs up in there. It goes like so. And you have to take that out after you get the glove box out. But other than that, you just got to take your time and pull on it once you get all the bolts and nuts and the wiring harness is all done from it. This is what it looks like once the box has been pulled out. That does contain the evaporator and expansion valve. Do take note, the hole up there for the lines to go out of, and there is a hole down here for the drain line of the box to go out of. So when you put it back in, you'll want to make sure that is in place. All right, this is the black case we just pulled out of the car where the expansion valve is. You'll have to loosen these two bolts right here, and that all comes apart. Make sure you lube and re-O-ring everything. But this piece right here just pulls right up out of the plastic box. This is the top to the plastic box, and it screws down and has a few clips around it. And you will have to tear, if you look right here, there is some foam. You will have to tear that or cut it to get the box to come apart.